Hey everyone, ready to embark on a journey through Europe's most enchanting spring destinations? Even superheroes need a break, and what better time than spring? Let's trade our daily grind for the breathtaking beauty of Europe in spring. Picture this: vibrant colors, flowers in full bloom, and perfect weather for exploring. Say goodbye to winter chills and hello to spring thrills. We're talking charming towns, epic landscapes, and unforgettable adventures. Whether you're a seasoned traveler or planning your first big trip, this video is for you. We're about to reveal the top 10 spring destinations in Europe, all while keeping your budget in check. Get ready to say bon voyage to boring vacations, because we're about to dive into some incredible places. First up, we're heading to the Netherlands, a country that knows how to do spring right. Picture this: millions of tulips, and I mean millions, bursting into bloom, creating a kaleidoscope of colors that'll make your spidey sense tingle. That's Keukenhof Gardens, folks, and it's basically a real-life wonderland. But hold on, there's more to the Netherlands than just tulips, right? Amsterdam, the capital, is a whole vibe in spring. Think picturesque canals lined with blooming trees, perfect for a romantic stroll or, a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man swinging by. And don't even get me started on the bike rides. Amsterdam is built for cyclists. Just rent a bike, way cheaper than those fancy taxis, by the way, and explore the city like a local. Trust me, it's way more fun than getting stuck in traffic. Now I know what you're thinking. Tom, this all sounds amazing, but my bank account isn't exactly Tony Stark level. Don't worry, I got you covered. Booking your Keukenhof tickets online in advance can save you a few bucks. And those guided tours, skip them. Grab a map, hop on that bike, and create your own adventure. And when you're done exploring the gardens, treat yourself to some Dutch delights. Stroopwafels, poffertjes. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. Plus, they won't break the bank, which is always a bonus. Remember, traveling on a budget is all about being smart and finding those local gems. Oh, and speaking of gems, Amsterdam has some amazing markets where you can find unique souvenirs without spending a fortune. Next up, we're trading tulips for turquoise waters and heading to Cinque, Terre, Italy. This string of 5 colourful villages perched on the Italian Riviera is like something straight out of a dream. And spring? It's the perfect time to experience it without the summer crowds. Imagine this: you, me, and miles of breathtaking hiking trails overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. The Sentiero Azzurro, also known as the Blue Trail, connects all 5 villages and offers some seriously Instagram-worthy views. Just try not to drop your phone while you're busy snapping pics. And the best part? Spring means fewer tourists, which means shorter lines for those gelato shops and more room to soak in the beauty of this place. Plus, the weather is ideal for hiking, not too hot, not too cold. Just perfect for channeling your inner Spider-Man, minus the web slinging, of course. Now I know what you're thinking. Italy. Beautiful but expensive, right? Well, not necessarily. Here's a little insider tip. Instead of staying in the Cinque Terre villages themselves, which can be a bit pricey, consider staying in nearby La Spezia. It's a short train ride away and much easier on the wallet. And speaking of wallets, let's talk food. Italy is a foodie's paradise, and Cinque Terre is no exception. From fresh seafood to homemade pasta, every bite is an explosion of flavor. And the best part is, you don't have to splurge to eat well. Look for those family-run trattorias tucked away in the back streets. That's where you'll find the real deal. Remember guys, traveling is all about experiencing new cultures, trying new foods, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. And with a little planning and these budget-friendly tips, you can have an unforgettable adventure in Cinque Terre without breaking the bank. Alright, moving on to number 3, we've got Provence, France. Springtime in Provence is like stepping into a painting. Rolling vineyards, cherry blossoms, and picturesque towns burst with life. Stroll through quaint villages like Gordes and Roussillon. And of course, you can't forget the wine. A glass of local wine in Châteauneuf-du-Pape is a must-do. Spring means fewer tourists. Enjoy the peace and quiet. Soak in the atmosphere. One of my favorite things about Provence is the lavender. I mean, who doesn't love the smell of lavender, right? And in Aix-en-Provence, you can wander through these charming streets, and the scent of lavender is just everywhere. It's amazing. And the food? Don't even get me started on the food. Freshly baked bread, delicious cheeses, and these amazing pastries. Trust me, you'll want to try everything. It's a foodie's paradise. Provence is one of those places that just makes you feel good. It's romantic, it's beautiful, and it's the perfect place to relax and recharge. Whether you're exploring ancient ruins, sipping wine at a vineyard, or just soaking up the sun in a charming village square, you're guaranteed to have an unforgettable time. So yeah, if you're looking for a spring destination that's got it all, stunning scenery, amazing food, and a relaxed vibe, then Provence is the place for you. Don't miss out. Okay guys, buckle up because number 4 is going to blow your mind, especially if you're into fairy tale vibes. We're talking Hallstatt and Salzburg in Austria. Hallstatt is like something straight out of a Disney movie. This little village is nestled right next to this crystal clear alpine lake with these towering mountains in the background. It's honestly surreal. And then you've got Salzburg, the birthplace of the legend himself, Mozart. This place is buzzing with classical music. The gardens are in full bloom in spring, and the architecture is just off the charts. And you guessed it, spring is the sweet spot to visit both of these places. The weather is perfect, the crowds are smaller, and you can really soak in the magic. Now I know what you're thinking. Tom, these places sound amazing, but aren't they crazy expensive? And yeah, Hallstatt especially can be a bit pricey during peak season. But don't worry, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man has got you covered with a budget tip. Instead of staying in Hallstatt itself, check out hotels in Bad Ischl. It's a short train ride away, and the accommodation is much more affordable. Plus, Bad Ischl is a really charming town in its own right, so it's a win-win. Imagine this. You spend the day wandering around Hallstatt, taking a boat ride on the lake, snapping a million photos. It's going to be epic. And then you head back to your cozy hotel in Bad Ischl, maybe grab some dinner, and just relax after a day of exploring. Sounds pretty perfect, right? So yeah, if you're looking for a spring break that's both magical and budget-friendly, Hallstatt and Salzburg are calling your name. Alright, let's switch gears and head south for number 5 on our list, the Algarve in Portugal. If you're looking for some sunshine, stunning beaches, and maybe a little adventure, then this is the place to be. The Algarve is basically a dream come true. We're talking golden beaches that stretch for miles, dramatic cliffs that plunge into the ocean, and these hidden coves that you can only reach by boat. It's seriously epic. And the best part? In spring the weather is perfect for exploring. You can hike the 7 Hanging Valleys Trail, which has some of the best views you'll ever see. Go kayaking in Benagil Cave. It's like something out of an Indiana Jones movie. Or just chill out on the beach and soak up the sun. And the best part? You won't have to fight your way through crowds of tourists. It's the perfect time to experience the Algarve at its best. Now I know what you're thinking. Okay, Tom, beaches and caves sound great, but what about the towns? Well, let me tell you, the Algarve has got some seriously charming towns too. You've got Lagos with its cobbled streets, cute little cafes, and vibrant nightlife. And then there's Tavira, which is a bit more laid back, with its whitewashed buildings, Roman bridge, and delicious seafood restaurants. And the best part is, you can experience all of this without breaking the bank. April is a great time to visit the Algarve if you're on a budget. The flights and hotel rates are usually lower, and you'll still get that amazing spring weather. So, there you have it, guys. The Algarve, sunshine, beaches, adventure, charming towns, and all without the crowds. What more could you ask for? Alright, amigos. Buckle up because we're heading to Seville, Spain, the heart of Andalusia. Spring in Seville is next level amazing. Picture vibrant orange blossoms, flamenco guitars, and the city bursting with life. Seville in spring is like a sun-drenched dream. Wander through the Alcazar Palace gardens with orange blossoms in the air. And don't miss the amazing tapas. Those little plates of deliciousness will rock your world. Spring means you miss the crazy summer heat. Perfect weather for strolling along the Guadalquivir River or exploring Santa Cruz. You'll be snapping pics for your Insta feed left and right. And don't miss the Feria de Abril, Seville's biggest fair, a massive celebration of all things Andalusian. Flamenco dancing, traditional costumes, delicious food, and an electric atmosphere. It's a party you won't want to miss, but book early. Now I know what you're thinking. Spain, Seville, it's got to be expensive, right? Well, hold your horses, because I've got a spidey sense for a good deal. Traveling to Seville in spring, especially in March, is a total budget win. You see, because it's before the peak season and the craziness of Feria de Abril, you can find some seriously good deals on flights and accommodation. And trust me, the money you save can be put towards trying all those amazing tapas, and maybe even a flamenco dress or a sombrero. Plus, Seville is a very walkable city, so ditch the taxis and explore on foot. You'll discover hidden courtyards, stumble upon charming local bars, and soak up the authentic Seville vibe. all while saving some serious euros. It's a win-win. So there you have it. Seville in spring is an absolute must-do. It's got history, culture, delicious food, and a vibrant energy that's contagious. And with my budget tips, you can experience it all without breaking the bank. You're welcome. Next stop on our European spring fling, we're heading to Dubrovnik, Croatia, a place so stunning, they used it to film parts of Game of Thrones. Yeah, you heard that right. King's Landing, anyone? Dubrovnik in spring is a sight to behold. The weather is warming up, the sun is shining on the Adriatic Sea, and the crowds haven't quite descended yet. It's the perfect time to explore the city's rich history and soak up the Mediterranean vibes. Now, you can't go to Dubrovnik without walking the iconic city walls. It's like taking a step back in time, with epic views of the old town, the surrounding islands, and the shimmering blue waters. Trust me, the photos you'll get will be Instagram gold. And speaking of the old town, prepare to be transported to another world. Cobblestone streets, ancient buildings, hidden courtyards overflowing with flowers. It's like something out of a fairy tale. Dubrovnik isn't just about the old town. This place has adventure written all over it. Explore the Elefiti Islands, secluded beaches, and crystal clear waters. Rent a kayak and paddle around Lokrum Island. Make those euros stretch by staying on the Lapad Peninsula. It's affordable and boasts stunning beaches. Dubrovnik in spring is a mix of history, adventure, and Mediterranean vibes. Get ready for a journey back in time and island paradise. We're heading to Greece. Athens and Santorini, two iconic destinations that'll leave you speechless. Athens, the birthplace of democracy, is home to world-famous historical sites. Now, for the island paradise Santorini, whitewashed houses on volcanic cliffs overlooking the Aegean Sea. Strolling through the narrow streets of Oia, with its iconic blue-domed churches and breathtaking views, is an experience you won't soon forget. And trust me, the photos you'll take will make all your friends back home jealous. But Santorini isn't just about the views. And of course, no trip to Santorini is complete without watching the sunset over the Aegean Sea. It's a truly unforgettable experience. Now, I know what you're thinking. Greece, islands, it's gotta be expensive, right? Well, here's a Spidey Sense budget tip. Instead of booking a direct flight to Santorini, take a ferry from Athens. It's significantly cheaper, and you get to experience the beauty of the Aegean Sea along the way. So there you have it. Athens and Santorini, a perfect blend of ancient history, island charm, and breathtaking beauty. And with my insider tips, you can experience it all without breaking the bank. Get ready for an adventure you'll never forget. Alright, moving on to number 9 on our list of awesome spring break destinations. And listen, this one's a bit of a hidden gem. Like, seriously, when was the last time you heard someone say, I'm off to Kotor? But trust me on this one, guys. Kotor in Montenegro is like stepping into a medieval fairy tale. Imagine this, ancient city walls, towering mountains plunging into the crystal clear water of the Adriatic Sea. It's like something straight out of a movie set. And the best part? It's way less crowded than some of the more, shall we say, popular destinations. Springtime in Kotor means pleasant weather, blooming wildflowers, and way fewer tourists. So you can actually soak in the beauty and charm of this incredible place. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Tom, Montenegro, hidden gem, I'm sold. But what about my bank account? Don't worry. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, or at least the guy who plays him, has got you covered. Kotor is super budget-friendly, especially compared to some of its neighbors in the Adriatic. You can find some really great deals on flights and accommodation, especially if you book in advance. And once you're there, get ready for some seriously affordable food and drinks. And here's my top tip for saving even more cash. Ditch the taxis and hop on the local buses. They're super cheap and a great way to see the surrounding countryside. Plus, it's a chance to mingle with the locals and maybe even practice your Montenegrin or, just stick to Hvala for thank you like I do. Okay guys, we've reached the top 10 and we had to save a classic for last. Let's be real, no list of spring break destinations would be complete without mentioning the city of lights, the city of love. You guessed it, Paris. I mean, Paris in the springtime. It's like something straight out of a movie montage. Picture this, strolling hand in hand along the Seine River as the sun sets, the Eiffel Tower sparkling in the background. Or maybe you're enjoying a croissant and a café au lait at a charming little outdoor cafe, watching the world go by. And the best part? Spring in Paris means the city is in full bloom. The parks are bursting with colourful flowers. The trees are covered in lush green leaves, and the air is filled with the sweet scent of, well, spring. It's just magical. Now I know what you're thinking, Paris, budget-friendly. Isn't that an oxymoron? But seriously, folks, you don't need to break the bank to have an amazing time in Paris. First off, consider visiting during the shoulder season, like right now, spring. You'll find that flights and accommodation are way more affordable than during the peak summer months. Plus, you'll have more elbow room to enjoy all the city has to offer. Another tip? Skip the fancy hotels and opt for a charming Airbnb in a less touristy neighborhood like Montmartre or the Latin Quarter. You'll save a ton of money and get a more authentic Parisian experience. So, there you have it, folks. My top 10 budget-friendly spring break destinations in Europe. From tulip fields in the Netherlands to medieval towns in Montenegro, there's something for everyone. Which destination is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe for more budget-friendly travel inspiration. Until next time, happy travels.